Okay. So today's topic is Haskell programming language. So it is very easy language. Okay, like C, Python, Java. It's also very simple and very easy language. Try to understand. Okay. So this is the agenda for today. Today I will start with the overview of this Haskell language. Then I will discuss some functional programming language, why it is functional programming language. Then I will discuss the basic operators, then decision making, then functions, and then types and types classes. So this is the main 6 point which I am going to discuss. So before start the topic, in the overview session, I am going to say you something about this Haskell language. So first of all, you can see the evolution of programming language. Actually, this C language, it is actually comes from the L rule and assembler. After that, C++, Java, all the language, these two language especially, their concept actually coming from the C language. And this Python, the concept actually comes from the C and Lisp, these two language. And you can see here, Haskell is there. Just a second. This is the Haskell language. It's totally, its background is, it actually comes from the lambda calculus, which is the parts of the mathematics. Okay, so Haskell language, it is a little bit different from others language. Why, that things I'll tell you later. It's okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, please response. Okay, because it is online na, so without your response it is very difficult for me, so you're there or not. Okay, so this is the evolutions of the programming language, and Pascal actually comes from the lambda calculus, from means it actually comes from the mathematical background. Now this is the time line of the Pascal language. It's actually introduced in 1990. Then the first Haskell report on 1990. After that, Haskell version 1.3 reported on 1996, and later so many versions already published. So this is the some history of the Haskell language. Now, what is Haskell language? So, student, before start the Haskell language, this is the prerequisite for the Haskell language. That is, if you know C, C++, Python, Java. So, if you have basic concept of this kind of language, then it is okay. Okay. Otherwise, if you have some idea about compiler, interpreter, different types of programming language, evolution of programming language, if you know, then it will be helpful for you to learn this language. Now, what is Haskell language? So, starting I show you, it comes from the mathematical background. That's why Haskell is a functional programming language that has been specially designed to handle symbolic computation and list processing applications. Okay, for symbolic type of inputs or some processing application purpose, we use this Haskell language, and this Haskell actually functional programming language. Why that things I will discuss later. This functional programming language actually based on the mathematical function. Okay, that's why this Haskell language is functional programming language. It's actually mathematical function tools language. Okay. Beside Haskell, some of the other popular language that follow the function programming paradigm include like Lisp, Python, Erlang, Racket, Fhash. These are the some example of language. This language also functional programming language. It's okay. In this slide, any doubt or any question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is, what do you mean by functional programming? Okay. So before start the Haskell language, this part is very much important. What do you mean by functional programming? Okay. So for functional programming, these five concept is very important. That is, first is It is pure mathematical function. Okay. So next slide I will explain what you mean by pure mathematical function. Okay. Second one is immutable data. In functional programming, these are the some, we can say it is the characteristics or features of the functional programming. The first point is it must be pure mathematical function. Next is it will be immutable data. Next is no loss and no less side effect. Either one a very minimum side effect or very less side effect or no side effect. Next one is declarative and the next one is easier to verify. So these five are the some characteristics of the functional programming language. Now some of the characteristics I am explaining in my next slide. So here I have one question, that is, are all the functions in Haskell is pure? So the answer is, before say the answer, I am saying you one thing, that is, a function operators on the input parameters and the return result. That means any functional operator, they always accept some input parameters and they return a result. Okay. So this is the first concept of the pure mathematical function. In the pure mathematical functions, any function operator, they take some input and they return some output. All Haskell functions are pure, which means when gives the some argument to the functions, they return some result. This concept is clear? Or any doubt? Pure mathematical function, the concept between behind of this pure mathematical function, it is like this. Suppose this is a model, and if in this model you are giving some input as a parameter, it will be give you a output. Later I will show you the things details using some programs. Okay. Now this is the basic funda, means a function operator on the input parameters, it is one side, and on another side it's written a result. Okay. And in Haskell all the functions are pure. That means it will, when you will give some arguments or some input, they will return some output. Is it okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
The concept behind the pure or mathematical function, is it clear? That means suppose just think this is a function model. In this model, if you are giving some input, they will provide one output to you. That is concept of pure mathematical functions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next is immutable data. So immutable data means, suppose all of you know, I think, Python. So in Python, here I declare a variable. Variable means it is a list, and the list name is A, and the value is 1, 2, 3. If the next line I type like this way, A dot reverse, then the all the list will be reversed like this. If I pin the A, then the output will be like this. This is called mutable. Mutable means if I declare one variable like this, later I can edit the variable. And in Haskell it is not possible. Okay, Haskell is immutable data. That means if you are defining something like this way, A is equal to like this. Okay, so you can't change the main data from the A list. You can print it like this way, reverse A. That means it will reverse the all the element of A. But the A itself you can't change in immutable. But here you can see A is equal to 1, 2, 3. That is A is a list. Here the value is 1, 2, 3. And if I add the function with A, then the value will be reverse. Okay. And later if I print the A, then the value will show like this way. But in Haskell it is immutable. Suppose here A is equal to 1, 2, 3, and if we reverse A, then the output is like this. Okay. But if I print the A again, the output will be like this. The value of A is like this, But you using reverse functions, you can reverse the functions. But the value of a, it is not possible to change. Suppose in Python, all of you have some idea. Suppose x is equal to 5. Okay, if I define x is equal to 10, then in memory 5 will be replaced with 10. This thing is happening in Python, but it is not possible in Haskell language. Is it clear? Hello? So I think immutable data, I think this thing is clear for all of you. Am I right? Hello? Any doubt in this slide?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Now next is declarative and imperative. So try to understand what do you mean by declarative and what do you and what do you mean by imperative. So just see this example. This example, like you already use the same type of example in C on who have idea about Python. So that's kinds of things you already use in C language and Python language. That is here each and every steps all the thing is clear. That is integer sum. There are some argument that is this is a functions. Okay, and it return type is integer. And here the value of I and value of sum initially it is 0. Then I call a sum function. I call a for loop here, and here I am doing some sum operation using this for loop. Okay, you can see here the function name is sum. That means here I will find out some summation of some values. Okay, so this is the things you already use in Python or in C. Okay, so this type of example is called imperative. Okay, but in declarative means you firstly you're declaring something like this. In sum, if the list is empty, then the value is 0. Otherwise, suppose x is the first value and s is the remaining list, then the output will be like this. The summation will be x plus sum plus xs. Means summation of the first element with the summation of the remaining element. So this kind of thing is called declarative and this kind of thing is called imperative. In imperative things, we are explaining all the steps, step by step, all the things, okay. But in declarative, we are declaring something like this. If some, if the list is empty, then the output is 0. If the list is not empty, suppose this is the first element and this is the remaining all element, then it's work like recursive functions, okay. First, x will be add with sum of x's, okay. So these are the some differentiations and some difference between imperative and declarative functions, and Haskell actually follow this kind of approach. And C language, Python language, they follow actually this imperative approach. Okay. Any doubt or any question regarding this slide?
No, sir.
Student, only 1 or 2 of you are responding, so I don't know about the other students' status. Any doubt from anyone regarding what do you mean declarative and imperative? Is it clear for all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. So Haskell is declarative. Sorry, declarative approach. Okay. So next is lazy versus strict. So lazy means like declarative. Okay. So it's and strict means like which follow actually C language, Python language like this. So this is the some example of strict. You can see here the function we declare all the things step by step. Okay, so all the thing is there like previous example. And lazy means here like function argument is equal to let x is equal to function argument or argument that kind of things. Actually Haskell follow the lazy things. Later I will show you some example. I think this time this, if you have some doubt, these things will be clear that time. Okay. So next, my topic is Haskell basic operators. Okay. So before start the basic operators, so here you can see this is a very simple example of a Haskell program where I just print one line, that is hello world. Okay. Here the function is this is the program. This part is the programming part, and this part is the output. Okay. In programming part, main is the main function like C language. In the main function, if you call one line like this, here put strln, it is like printf or like print function. Using these functions, we can print some character, some string, some variable in Haskell language. This is the very basic and very simple example of Haskell programming. Okay, you can run it like this way. Okay, so any questions? Student, hello. So here I am showing you a very basic program of Haskell. Okay, how you can at least print something using Haskell. So this is one online compiler you can see from here. So this is Haskell sample program. Okay, it is actually a tutorial point online compiler for Haskell. Okay, so this part you can type some of your code, and that side you can see your output. Okay, hello,
Yes, sir.
am I audible for all of you? My sound is audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just give me a second. Just a second. Suppose here you can type your code like this way. Main. Main is the like one main function like C, like Java. Okay. In Python also there are some main function part where you can write your code. After main, here just I want to print something for print something on function is there which name is print put strln. This is the like print a function here inside double colon. You can type anything, okay, which you want to print like hello. If you execute the functions, you can see the output is the right side. Okay. So I'll share this link with all of you. Okay. Here you can run some Haskell program. Okay. Any doubt regarding how you can execute the hello world this statement? Any doubt? Any of you? Hello. Okay. So this is a simple program where I just print here one statement that is hello world. Okay. So next is some here I will explain some basic operator of Haskell. Okay, first operator that is addition operator. Okay, here you can see. this is the example where I add some variable. Okay, here main is the functions. Though if you want to start any program, you need to write this main function. After that, you need to type like do means what you want to do here. Then let v1 is equal to 2 and let v2 is equal to 3. Using let you can declare some variable in Haskell. Okay, I'm not explaining all the things, so if you have any doubts here, you can ask to me. Then put strln. This is the just printf function. That is, this line will be print the addition of the two number. That is print variable 1 plus variable 2, and the output will be this line plus variable plus 1 plus variable 2. That is 2 plus 3. That is 5. So this is the program and this is the output. Okay. So for declare any variable in Haskell, we actually use this let keyword, and remaining thing I think you don't have any doubt. So this is the addition operator. Addition operator means the plus sign is called addition operator. Using this operator, you can plus something. Okay, and this is the code in Haskell for add to number. So in this slide, any doubt? Any of you having any doubts? Hello. Okay, this code again I am showing you through a program. So first, what you need to do, just type main. Main is the main function name. Then type is equal to, after the type do. So keep some pace. After that, you can, if you want to declare some variable, then type let the variable 1 is equal to, for example, 20. Let variable 2 is equal to 30. Next, suppose I want to print one line, that is put str ln. After that, inside double colon, whatever you want to print here, you can type here like the sum is. Okay. After that, this line will be print only these things. That is the sum is. After that, I just type here the sum will be variable 1 plus variable 2. Then I am executing this code. var2. Some mistake is there. Okay. So here you can see where the actual error. There is some error. What is the error? Where is the error? Okay, sorry, I did not mention here print. Okay, very good. So now if I executing the code, the answer is 15. Okay, like this way you can run or you can compile your Haskell code. Is it okay? Any doubt regarding this line? Regarding this program? Here I just simply add two numbers. Similarly, we can run the program for subtractions, like my a is 200, variable 1 is 200, variable 2 is 30. If I execute the code, then answer will be 170. So similarly, we can do the same things for multiplications. Okay. Similarly, we can use for division. So like C language, like Python language, like you can do that kind of thing in Haskell also. Is it okay? Any doubt? Any of you? Yes. This is actually I did not explain all the things like here to declare some variable I use late na. So after to continue that kind of thing here I mention do after main function. Like in C function we type for main function we type like this when a void view void main inside main sometime I type something. So this is the basic syntax for Haskell language. Okay. If it is for one statement, then after main you can type the statement. As here have more than one statement is there, then we use it to. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So same thing we can do for subtract operator. Okay, I already show you. Okay, same thing we can do for multiplications, then divisions. Any doubt up to this? Okay. Next sequence. Okay. So for a sequence kind of things, here we need to import something like this. Okay. So after that, we need to call the main functions like this way. Then if we want to print something like this, the output will be like this. Okay. In C, we use some libraries. Na? In some Python also, we use some libraries. In C, we use some standard library function stdio.h, conio.h. In Python, we also use so many package like pandas, like matplotlib, like numpy, scipy. So many things is there. Similarly here, you need to import something like this. After this is the main function, main able to then print 1 to 10. To do that kind of thing, you can see this is the list. We input this main is equal to IO. I don't know what is called in Haskell. It is like package in Python, like library in C. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Like I am showing you three example. Okay, like main after main just type the code like this. Then IO. It is a like library in Haskell. After that, I am typing the main function main is equal to do. After that, what I want to print, sorry, I want to print, suppose for example, 1 to 100. I'm trying to execute the code, so you can print like this way. Okay, up to this, any doubt? Okay, so this is called actually sequence or range operator. Okay, to perform some kind of range things, you need to import IO this package. Okay. So these are the some basic operator of Haskell. Okay. Now I am explaining some decision making parts in Haskell. All of you know the hot decision kind of thing. I think all of you have some idea. Okay. So here I am not saying too much regarding this kind of things. So basically two kind of statement is there. One is else if else statement and another one is nested if else statement. So I think all of you have the idea what is if and what is else. Okay, so I'm not explaining that kind of things. I'm only showing you the example. Okay, is it okay? All of you have the idea what is if and what is else.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Any of you can explain me what is the what purpose we use this if else statement? At least you can try to say something. Hello. Actually, this kind of thing is called conditional statement. Okay, suppose some condition is there. This type of condition in programming we can manage using some decision making things like if else statement, nested if else statement, so many things is there. Okay. So in Haskell, I will explain about if else and the nested ifs. Okay. So here you can see this is a program main is equal to 2, then one variable is 23. Okay. If the variable remainder 2 is equal to 0. Okay. Means if the remainder, if we divide 23 by 2, if the remainder is 0, then the number is even. Sorry. If I divided the variable by 2, if the output or the remainder is 0, then it is a even number, otherwise odd number. Okay. So here have two conditions, either it is maybe true or false, either it is even or odd. Okay. So here the value of the variable is 23. If I divided the 23 by 2, then the output will be 1. That's why it will be, the number will be a odd number. Any doubt? See the code. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. If you're asking me some things, then it will be help to your friends also. Okay. Who having some doubt, but he actually not interested to asking me. Okay. So okay, I am showing you one example for it. Okay. Suppose first thing is main is equal to root. Okay. Now what I am doing, I am explaining here one variable that is late. Late is a keyword which we use for declaring any variable. After that, we are using if loop here. If the variable, that is variable, if I divided it by 2, if the remainder is 0, then it will be print. For print, I need to type one function that is put strlen. Okay. After that, you can type some string here, that is what will be the answer. Answer will be, if it is divided by 0, then it will be an even number. Simply I am typing here even. Okay. Otherwise it will be odd number. Then else it will be odd number. Now I'll try to execute it. Some error is there. Okay. Thank you. Still some error is there in the template Haskell operator name. What is something? Suppose this is the main function. After the functions, if you want to write something, so you need maintain some indentation like Python. Okay. And here if start from there, that's why I again start the else here. Okay. Here it's a minimum one, maximum it is depend upon you. But there are some error. rem. That time I executed, that is like this. Syntax error, that is REM. Yeah, I can understand. If I'll try to. Okay. You can also try this symbol like this. Got it? If variable, if I divided it by 2, if it is 0, then even number, otherwise odd. It's okay? Like here I am typing 22. Again it is odd. Just a second. If it is 0, divided for remainder kind of thing. Just a second. Okay, here a variable by 2, that means the suppose 22, if I divided by 22 by 2, it become 11. So 11 equal to 0. So no, that's why it is odd. Okay. For remainder kind of thing, I right now I don't know what is the function or what is the logic for this, but this REM is not working here. Any of you have any idea for remainder? What can I type here? This one is simply dividing the things. Modular. Okay, modular. This one. No, no, it is not working. Okay. Yeah, we can search something. What? Just a second. If you're not program about the tabs, tabs like this. No, that is REM is when I run the functions. That is REM means reminder. But what I can use in Haskell for reminder, I need to check. Okay, right? If you're not program in Haskell. Mhm. I also try with percentile. It is not working. Okay, later next class I will show you what is the error here. Okay, the function is here. I need to use what? What I can try? Okay. Very good, very good. After tab, oh, on the above tab button. Oh, very good. Okay. Excellent. I think it will work now. Yeah, correct. Got it, na? Thank you for giving me the idea. What is your name? Sai. Okay, Sayedi. Thank you. Now it's clear, na? So, so this is the things you need to remember. That is, I don't know the signal sign name. It is uh, it is a character which present in your keyboard after just above of the tab button. Okay. So this is a very simple program for even an odd number. Okay. So regarding this program, any doubts or any of you having any doubts, you can ask me. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So similarly, we can do the nested leaf program like this way. Okay, here you can see main is equal to do, then variable, my variable value is 26. Now if the variable is equal to 0, then put then it will be a number is 0. Okay, if here the variable is 26, here we there are three options, that is, if the variable is 0, then the output will be number is 0. If the variable we divided it by 2, if the remainder is 0, then it is even, otherwise it is a odd number. So this is the code for this is the variable is 26. Now my first condition, that is, if the variable is 0, if 0, then the output will be the number is 0. If not, then again else, if the remainder of this variable, if I divided it by 2, if it is 0, then it is even number, otherwise odd number. Here we use more than one if loop, that's why it is called nested if else statement. Okay, so here the variable is 26, 26 divided, it is not equal to 0, then this condition is not satisfying. Here variable remainder 2 is equal to 0. So 26, if we divided it by 2, then the output is 0. That's why the output is number is even. Got it? Any doubt regarding nested if? Nested means, suppose one thing if you are using more than one time, that is called nested. Nested means once loop another inside another loops, or one statement inside another statement. Here this is the if statement. In this if statement we use another if statement, that's why it is called nested. Similarly, you can find out, you already know some idea, that is what is nested loop, like for loop. Okay, so nested if else is clear for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? So if you want, then I can practical I can show you. Is it okay, or I need to show to you? Is it okay? Hello? Any doubt? Okay, okay, okay. Now next, my next topic is function. Okay. So what is function? I think all of you know what is function. Function means, suppose I want to do some part of task of a program. So that kind of thing we can declare a function, and we can do some part of the program using a functions. Okay, function basically used for perform some special task. It may be some mathematical sums, conceptual, that kind of thing. Okay, so Haskell function, the function play the major role in Haskell, as it is a functional programming language. So the function is the main major part on of Haskell, which actually play the major role in Haskell. Okay, now I am going to say you something about function. It is the main part or main things of the Haskell language, because it is a functional programming language. Okay, so try to understand what is functions first. So for functions, we can I will explain the function using these three things. That is, first one is function declarations, next one is function definition, and next one is calling a function or applications. So any of you can explain me what do you mean by function declaration? Any idea? I'm waiting for the answer. Hello.
The code.
Very good. Using function, we suppose something. is repeating in the program. So if I implement the code in the function, then if you simply call the function, we can reduce the code. Very nice answer. And the other answer? I'm waiting for your response. Please say something. All of you have idea regarding function declarations, function definitions. Anybody want to say something regarding this? Okay. Now I am explaining what I mean by function declarations. So function declarations consist of the function name and its argument with its output. Got it? Function declarations, it is consist of the function name and its argument along with its output. Just see it here. This is the function declarations. One of the example here. This is the function name, and this is the some argument, and this will be the this is the some argument, and this is the function declarations actually. Okay. Among this argument, something is for the input and something for the output. This is the function declarations. Function declarations consist of the function name and its argument with its output. Okay. Later I am showing you with the example. Okay. Now function definition. So you can define the function like this way. This is the name of the function. After that some argument equal to expressions. This is the simply function definitions. And then function application or calling the function. You can simply call the function using the function name and the argument. Okay. Now this is one of the example here. I type here one function which name is add, and here I use two argument that is xy, and this is the in function definition. You can check here in function definitions. Here after the function name some argument is there and some expression is there. So this is the expressions and this is the argument and this is the name of the function. And function declarations here, what I declare here all the argument and the output, it will be integer type. Got it? Then in the main loop, this is the main part of the functions. Here I just type here the addition. bolo. Tell please data type. Yeah, next some upcoming PPT I will explain about data type. Okay. The Haskell language, especially function oriented. That's why I'm first explaining the functions. Later, I will explain the data. Is it okay? Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Okay. Okay. So, this is the very simple program where I used a function. The name of the function is add. Okay, and here we use put strlen. This is one function that is print functions like C. Okay, here I print this line using this function, and this is the function for add to variable. Okay, so using one example, I am showing you how you can run a program using function. Okay, so first I am declaring the function. In these functions, my function name will be add. After that, here I will use some integer. That's mean whatever the variable I will use this function, all the variable will be integer type. Here I will use three variable, that's why three integer is there. Now my function is add. After that I am using two variable here. One is x. In between two variable, you just use a space. And the expression is that is I want to add the function that will be x plus y. Now my main function. Here I want to print something that is put strln. Here just I am typing here the sum is. After that here I am calling this function inside the print. So I am typing the code first time. I hope the code will be run. So now, so this part is the function declarations. This is the function definition, and here I call the function. Is it okay?
Why we are taking three integers, sir? Just we are adding
Adding two variable, the output is also is another variable. Na? This is the actual result. Na? The result will be also another integer. Na? Suppose we are if we add 2 plus 5, the answer will be 7. Got it? 5 plus 2, that is actually 7. It is also integer. Na? What you are saying? So actually, this is the syntax for Haskell language. In here, I already explained to you. This part is the function declarations part. I need to declare whatever the thing I will consider, I will use in my main functions. So I declare here I will use three integer, that is x, y. X is for one variable, y is for another variable, and these things will be another variable. Okay. Here actually, for if we use, suppose, just think, just a second. Suppose if I want to add two numbers, suppose this is number one, number two. So this is number one, maybe any variable, number two, maybe any variable. To store the things, I need another variable, na? Another page is required, na? So this one is for this integer, this one is for this integer. Sorry, this one is for this x.
sir, if you want to take float as input, we should keep float.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to store it as a float,
If one integer and one float,
you can declare like this. This suppose it will be considered for the first variable, it will be considered for the second variable, these things will be considered for the third variable. If it is float here, then just type here float. If any floating is coming here, then you can print it. Just in declaration part you need to change the data type. I will discuss later. Okay. In this ppt I also prepared some slide for what is called for data type. That things I will discuss later. Is it okay? Okay, okay, okay. In this compiler have some issue. I am trying to run it. Another slide. So this is the output you can see. So here I just declared the data type. That is, I will use here three integer. That is x, y, two variable for the what I want to add, and another variable for store the result, and the output is 7. So any doubt or having any questions, you can ask me, student. Okay. No questions. Okay. So similarly, This is the code. Okay, here I actually show to you. Okay, so next, here I am performing one factorial, performing a program for the factorial value. Here my function is factorial. Here I used two variable which type is integer. Okay, so one is for suppose if I giving input that is 5 and the output will be, so for example for 5 it is 120, it will be also integer. So here total one is for input and one is for the output. Here the fact is the function. Here in this function we also are this part, this is in the function definition we are saying if the value of this function, if it is 0 then the output will be 1, or if it is not 0 then the output will be n into fact n minus 1, means recursively it will be call itself. Got it what I am saying? In factorial, you know, suppose if the value is 0, for 0 factorial it is 1, or if it is not 0 then the output will be n into n minus 1, means recursively I am calling this factorial function. Got it? This is for declarations, this is for definition, and here I am calling the functions. The function is print fact file.
First statement no sir. Factorial program. First condition.
At
First
starting,
condition.
just a second, you can use, but at starting I said you something, declarative and imperative. This kind of thing we can use for Python, for C, but in Haskell we need to use that kind of thing. Got it? Now it's clear. Haskell is declarative kind of thing. Okay. Any doubt or any question? And starting, I'll show you this Haskell actually coming from the lambda calculus. And secondly, I already told to you Haskell is the functional programming language. Okay, and what is functional programming language? That is, first condition was it is pure mathematical function. That's why here I need to give some input and it will be provide some output like this way. And it is immutable data. That means if I define something like x is equal to 5, the total program, the value will be same. It is immutable type of things, you can't change it. Okay, this declarative I already discussed what is declarative. So Haskell language is like this. Okay, so after that, imperative means whatever you are asking, that is imperative kind of thing. Actually, Haskell it does not support that kind of thing. Okay, got it? Any doubt? Hello, your doubt is clear?
Yes
Okay,
sir.
okay. Now I'm showing you practically how this program you can run. So here the function name was what, fact. Okay, here I only use two integer. One is for input, another is for input. Then why I write here? I write here fact x. What I write here? If it is zero, for zero, the output will be one. Or if it is not zero, that is fact. If it is not zero, then suppose if it is n, then the value of n will be n. Someone want to join? Okay. The value of n will be n into fact n minus 1. Then the factorial is factorial of is like this. Here I will use fact, but I will use fact 5. I am trying to execute it, the output like this. Is it okay? Any doubt? It is little different from C and from Python. Okay. As it is declarative, that's why its code is like this. Okay. So the function kind of thing you need to write it just before the main function. Main function you can call the function. This thing is called function declarations. This part is called the function definition. And here I just call the function.
Function. Calling the function.
Yeah. It's clear, na? Give some response like this, okay? Okay, thank you.